from Red Lion Pictures. I like drinking. Probably a bit too much. Well, okay. Nick, ask me a question. Let's do this.
So, as you know,
yes,
the new episode in the Avengers series and that Marvel MCU series is coming out.
Endgame, Captain Marvel.
Endgame.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mate, I want to hear. So, if you guys don't know that are listening at the moment, Mike talks a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you guys are already aware of that.
And meaning shit.
A lot of the stuff that Mike usually talks, it can be somewhat misconstrued as
gospel.
No. So it can be slightly on the more aggressive side of things,
yeah,
and the darker side of things. And when you gave your Infinity War predictions, for example, like Thanos is going to kill everyone, like Thanos is going to throw a moon at somebody, like Thanos is going to rip the Infinity War from Vision's head.
Yeah.
We all said, "Oh, that's just Mike being Mike," and somehow every single thing that you managed to predict ended up being true. So I've now taken everything that you're saying with a large,
not even a grain of salt anymore.
It's
just gospel.
Just full of the salt. Full of the salt. So I'm a bit scared of the question, just in case it might be correct. But
spoiler warnings, because I am going to be right.
I was just going to ask what hair gel you use.
Oh, hot rollers.
Your hair, like throughout the time that I've known you, is looking better and better.
I know.
It's looking pretty good now.
It's a magical thing called a hairdresser, and not being that physically depressed that I get a haircut.
What are your predictions for Endgame?
Ronan, let's get it out of the way. We're in the first one. He's in the second one. He's in the second one literally because of that snap. When that snap happened, his whole family dusted. And that is why he's come back, he's took the mantle, and he's took the mantle of Ronin because he wants revenge. He's cold-blooded now. He is the Hawkeye I've always wanted and loved in my life. He is now the best Avenger. Fuck everyone. I'm about it. Right, okay, next one. Hulk, aka Banner. We are getting Professor Hulk. We are getting Professor Hulk. I don't care what anyone says or what anyone thinks. People might think it might have been a little bit of a misdirect. It makes perfect sense for this to be Professor Hulk. Just because, if anything that Ragnarok proved is the longer you are the Hulk, he seems to become more intelligent. The fact that Banner can understand that now, between the time of the snap and this film, we don't know how long's passed. I think it's going to be long enough past that he can integrate them both, and he's going to basically be a walking, talking, smashing machine. My guy. Steve Rogers, my boy, you're dead. You're dead, man. I mean, you're dead.
All right, okay, but let's kind of bulk this up a bit, make it a bit meatier. How do you reckon he's going to die? How do you reckon
Thanos is going to crush him.
Do you reckon his death was going to have like
you wouldn't lose the first Avenger for a meaningless loss. It'll be a misdirect, I'm guessing there's going to be a fake gauntlet at some point, and I think that's going to be used possibly with Steve Rogers or Cap. No, Steve Rogers or Iron Man. I think it's going to be Steve, and I think Iron Man's going to have a different type of gauntlet, but it's strong enough to hold those stones. Thanos is going to die, and then we're going to get Galactus, and then fuck everyone.
What do you reckon Iron Man's fate is?
Part of me wants him to die in this film, as much as I think Cap needs to die for the whole. For this to be the end of this saga, there needs to be meaningful deaths, and just one isn't enough. With them being the first two, I've had a solid trilogy. compared to Thor's, which is 2 pieces of shit, and then Ragnarok. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense for it to be impactful enough to make a real meaning to Tony, but I don't think that's the end of Tony Stark within Marvel films. I think if he dies, he's going to be an AI. He's taking over the role of Jarvis or Friday or whatever it is these days, but yeah, there you go.
I think a AI Stark would be sick actually to see.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It means that you can use the bath technology, so you can still bring it back to our visuals, which is going to be, I think, quite heavily used within Endgame. I can't even remember what fucking bath stands for. It's the most ridiculous like thing in the world, but I think that's
it's what
the
you
way
used to
forward.
basically
at the start of
reminisce Civil War.
Civil War. Yeah, that flashback scene. That is, I think, where you're going to get the most out of Tony, and if not that, it's going to be the AI. I don't want to lose him. I'm not put that out. I think he's probably the most valuable thing within the MCU is Iron Man at the moment, but it makes perfect sense to kill him, but not at the same time.
Do you reckon there's going to be any more deaths apart from what
Yeah.
you've already said?
Fucking loads. I hope the majority of the people get dead in this. I mean, that's not from me being, well, me and wanting everything to end with some real dark, meaningful ending. I think these characters there what aren't really needed to go forward. Falcon, you can probably slide Falcon over to the Marvel, Disney live stream thing, what they're doing with like Loki and stuff like that. He's not going to get a main film. I don't know if he's necessarily needed to help the franchise move forward. Marvel have got that many characters what you can dip in and out of that ilk within their whole backlog. I don't think it's needed.
But you say Falcon, but obviously he's already busted. Do you reckon they'd bring him back just to kill him?
Yeah. There'd be a point within that point where he proves why he was an Avenger, and that's not happened so far. Hawkeye's was within Ultron. Like Iron Man's obviously the first Avengers. Like literally everyone who's been brought in, it will have their moments why they're valuable towards that. The most valuable person, in my opinion, in Endgame is probably going to be Ant-Man, and that's got to be his big contribution towards it. But yeah, Falcon, his contribution, in my opinion, will be he's dead. He'll come back and it'll be brief but beautiful. Hopefully, I don't think he's needed there to help push the franchise forward.
Anyone else?
We know Scarlet Witch is getting hopefully an R-rated version. I don't think that needs to be after Infinity War. I think that's going to be way before that, so I can see Black Widow, I can see getting dusted. Scarlet Witch is sticking, I think. I think she's too powerful and too vital, but she's also another one that's getting on the Marvel Disney streaming service. So, as powerful as she is, she might also bite the dust. I think we're probably going to end up with 6 left.
Who do you reckon? Okay, that's maybe easier. Who do you reckon those 6 will be?
Thor, Ant-Man. I don't know.
Spider.
Yeah, it's Thor, Ant-Man, Spider.
Wow, Marvel. They're not going to...
Right, I think we're probably still going to... Well, we're going to still have Star-Lord. Obviously, I think we're still going to end up having Rocket. I don't know if anyone else is really... could make it. I think there's going to be a lot of major deaths, what no one's expecting. But as many theories I have, I don't know if I've got a solid vision in my head. And I think that's what they want. They can make nerds and geeks around the world pine and claw over this shit for what they want deep down, but at the end of the day, it's what's going to make Disney the most money.
I think Cap's definitely going to die.
Yeah.
But I think Cap is going to be the only one that actually does, bar the people that have died. So I think Loki's going to stay dead.
So do you think it's the original 6 minus Cap? Because that's all that's left at the moment.
Kind of. Yeah, but I reckon they're going to bring everyone else back. So
everyone
that's been dusted. Not everyone that's not.
So not people that died before.
I don't think Loki's going to die. Come back. I don't think.
Well, Loki's agreed to that Marvel show.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's going to be pre-fall.
A lot of people on social media sites are saying that this again is part of one of Loki's plans or tricks or something.
Yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of these conspiracies. Like when he has him in his hands, he swaps his body with Heimdall or whatever, because Heimdall's already done stuff like that. I don't think that's the case, because he stabbed Heimdall, so I don't know when he would have
swapped it.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible. The other one is he swapped bodies with Banner, and that's why Banner couldn't Hulk out, is because he's Loki. Again, I don't think that's true. I think the Hulk couldn't Hulk out just because Thanos smashed his fucking head in. Straight up, he's been in tough fights before, but he's never just been picked up and smashed on his head.
Yeah.
And kneed repeatedly and just shot him.
But I think, obviously, now they're tampering with things like the quantum realm and things like that. Obviously, that's where they left Ant-Man before. We've already seen in the trailers that he's coming back, and that's probably that's an important key and factor in this. Also, I mean, based on that, I mean, obviously, I think Doctor Strange is coming back. I don't think he's going to suicide himself, regardless of, because I still think
he died knowing that him dying isn't going to be an effect in the end.
Yeah,
like, he knows,
and that's why he took it.
He needs to die to die. Like,
and I don't think he even sees it as dying. He just sees it as passing through and coming.
No,
back
he knows. He knows, like, because he's seen that 14 billion fucking timelines or whatever it is. He knows full well he needs to do this.
It wasn't that many. This is another thing that's been questioned. It was something million, and this is another thing that people have questioned, because they're thinking. You think about the name is Infinity Wars, so it's Infinity. So surely, with the number of characters in Avengers that there are, and the number of different ways they could have effectively stopped Thanos, how there could only be something million.
But I think my theory still holds up. Like, it's just because that's how many he viewed up until he got disturbed. That was the first one he saw where they won. I don't think he saw like the 7th one in. That was the first one he saw where they won. But he went for 14 million other ones. I think that probably was the last.
But another thing is, you know, again, like in some of the theories, one of the main theories I believe in is that I don't believe that that's the only way that they could be him. I don't believe that they're the statistics. So, I mean, let's face it, until Star-Lord fucked up, they could have just won that way. I mean, surely he would have just taken Doctor Strange to go, you're going to stay there forever.
He could have just turned time back.
He wouldn't even turn time back. He could have just said, he could have put Star-Lord in that same thing that he put Loki in, that forever falling thing, and go, right, he's not going to fuck this up.
But the fact is, when they're all fighting and he's out cold, before Star-Lord starts smashing him in the face, as proven in the first Doctor Strange film, all he has to do is do that weird little spell, go like that, and time goes back and stops.
Yeah.
So all he had to do is go back, take Star-Lord out of the situation. But
he didn't even have to go back because he'd already seen it. That's the point. It's counterproductive. If he's already seen it.
But if he's already seen it.
Yeah, then all he needs to do is get. Do you know what I mean? He needs to get Star-Lord out of the equation first time. And let's face it, Spider-Man almost had that glove off until Star-Lord.
Alright, okay, I understand what your issue is. But he might have seen that and thought, and within that 14 million, he might have thought, oh, what happens if I just went back and took Star-Lord out of that situation? That might, something on that planet might have been wrong. That's
true. But at the same time, I mean, that one scenario, I mean, there's another scenario where Wang literally cuts that monster's thing's arm off.
The ultimate scenario is they just go back to before Thanos is born and killed. The only thing I can think of is they haven't decided to go back in time and kill these. Do the thing what everyone does. Oh, I'll just go back in time and kill Hitler to stop the Second World War. Is that might have had more repercussions than the snap. As weird as that sounds, that might have been less harmful than not killing Thanos. And like, I mean, him not dying, him not being alive could have then meant just like Galactus come along and killed everyone.
But one of the key factors, like what people are pointing out, is the wording of it. Obviously, he
Oh
says,
yeah.
But what he said is we're in the end game now, and
Well, 2 days after the last Infinity, like, that is what I said this one was called. I put it out on the Red Lion. Yeah, I said that is what it was called. Since dot, and it's smart because it has been used so frequently within, but it means so many different issues.
well, effectively, but as it's technically referred to, the end game is
It's chess.
Is the chess. Yeah,
No, it's
sacrificing the
Yeah,
major counterparts. Yeah, to win.
And that's another reason why I think it's going to be more than one of the main six, that the original 6 dying. I'll go as far as maybe saying all of them, but I think that's unpractical when we know that 4 has only just got good.
Part of my theory, going back to it, was that I think one thing that Doctor Strange said is that I wouldn't hesitate to sacrifice you or the kid for the stone. And I think him calling it the endgame may be him actually sacrificing Tony for the greater good.
Every Avengers film, it is Infinity Wars just shrunk down.
Yeah.
You pack a lot into the Avengers films, but I think this is how they're doing it properly.
Absolutely.
I think this is the only time they've done it properly. As good as as good as that first Avengers film is, it was never going to be able to compete. Broke the mould. Infinity Wars, Endgame, Red Lion.